Hi everyone, welcome back. For today's set, we're going to dive into spooky season. We're going to be using 2-dip powders today, and we're going to be incorporating some really easy nail art. We're going to do it on a set of press-ons today. We're going to change up the shape. We're going to use a medium coffin today. We're also going to start out with some dip liquids, and then we are using dip powders today from Valkyrie Dips in these colors right here are amazing. So the first one, Poker Face, it's a chunky glitter, and I wanted to focus on this one first. It's a really fun chunky glitter, so I'm just doing a very thin layer of dip base over the entire nail, and then I'm dipping into this cupcake liner just to make sure I had enough wiggle room. And this glitter is so fun. Check it out. We have a lot of different dimension from the different shapes of glitter. We have diamonds, we have hexagon shaped glitters, we have circles, we have smaller circles, and then we have like this like finer glitter. I really like the play of these two colors here of having that black and white and then just like the different shapes. It gives you a lot of dimension, and I feel like these colors right here are perfect for spooky season, and you can incorporate them by pulling in some bright vibrant oranges or like that darker kind of like neon Halloween purple. Otherwise, this color right here, once you see it completely finished, you're gonna kind of see my vision. It is called Poker Face, and I feel like if you like going to the casino or Vegas, you could totally incorporate this on your mani and then pull in some reds because of like all the fun shapes that are in here. It's a very unique glitter, and I'm really loving it. So to help reduce bulk, what I'm doing right now is I placed a little bit of dip base on certain areas of the nail that you can see here, and then I'm taking this orange wood stick and I'm just picking up some of the chunkier pieces of glitter and putting them on some bare spots. In this way, this is really gonna help cut down on the bulk. And since this is a very chunky glitter, I'm only doing one coat of this because I really like the coverage. And then it was really easy just to go ahead and hand place some of those bigger pieces of glitter on those open areas. So keep that in mind when you are working with chunky glitters. You can easily get away with one coat. Now, another option, if you're looking to build up strength when you're working with chunky glitter, you could always do a couple layers of clear before you go ahead and dip into that cupcake liner of that glitter. Or for like this one right here, this color, if I was looking to build up more strength, or if I wanted more of a like a background color, I would do like one coat of white and then go in with the glitter. Same thing if you're working with a chunky glitter that has like purples and pinks in it. Pick one of those colors and then make that your base color and then go in with your chunky glitter. That's just another really easy way to help cut down on that bulk. And then if you are incorporating a solid color or even that layer of clear, then you are also building up that strength and structure on your nail. So we are rocking a different style nail today. Normally I'm a diehard for that short coffin, but for spooky season, I like to dabble in some longer lengths and styles. So today we're switching it up from our short coffin and we're going with a medium coffin today, which that's one of the reasons why I really do enjoy making press-ons, is that you can change up your lengths and your style anytime you want, which is really fun. So to apply my press-ons, what I do is I make sure that my cuticle prep is all done. I like to do that the night before, and then I go ahead and make sure that I have clean hands and I remove any extra oils that may be left behind on my nail bed. So I use a lint-free alcohol wipe. And then you can go in with your pH prep if that's something that you prefer using, but otherwise I go in directly with dip base. So what I do is I put a layer of dip base on my natural nail, and then I put a little bit of dip base on that press on, and then I go ahead and just apply it. And once I put it on the nail, I make sure it's lined up, it's straight, and that it's pushed back to my cuticle area. And then I'll go ahead and hold that nail down for a full 30 seconds. And then I'll move on to the next nails. And then what I do is I avoid any lotions, cuticle oils, any hot water, any cooking where there's going to be like steam. I avoid all that for about 6 hours. So I do like to also apply my press-ons before bed. I feel like I get the longest longevity when it comes to wear time. I can get about 2 weeks. If you want more of a temporary wear, you could always do a layer of peel base as well. All right, so we are moving on to the next color. You can already see it's dark, it's beautiful. It is everything. I love this so much. It's black, but it's not your average black, because right now we are going in with a layer of dip base. And normally when you're working with darker colors, especially black, you always risk staining your liquids no matter what you do. But check it out. we do not have any staining on that brush. So just to make sure, and it's always good practice, no matter what you're doing with your second coat or third coat, you always wipe off your brush on a paper towel. But I am loving the coverage. I like this dark color here. It's not splatchy. It's not splotchy, or it does not have any of like those white graininess to it. It is really finely milled and the coverage is stunning. So that is what we're going to be applying to the rest of the nails here. And it is just a gorgeous color and definitely a game changer. I was completely blown away that we did not experience any staining with this color, because that is the worst part for me, is working with like dark navies or dark purples, even those darker reds and blacks. I do not like staining my brushes. I know you can use the brush cleaner, but I feel like even the brush cleaner, it's never truly really the same. So I tend to stay away from super, super dark colors. But for spooky season, we had to do a set with that perfect black color, and this is it. This is the color, and wait till you see when we activate too. I was completely shocked by that. But overall, I'm loving the coverage. If you are looking to build it up even more, you definitely could do a third dip, but I am loving the coverage that we're getting. Even with that one coat, it's giving like an eerie, like charcoal kind of color, which I think is really pretty as well. And if you did like one coat of that over like decals and kind of did like a peekaboo thing, that would be a really fun thing to incorporate. But I am going to show you in the next week or so a really fun way to kind of incorporate a peekaboo style mani with a really fun thermal. So stay tuned for that. So we are dusting off here, and we, again, if you wanted to build it up, you can definitely do another layer of that dip base. But I am loving this coverage, and Obsidian is a great black. I don't know if I mentioned the name before, but this is from Valkyrie Dip. So you can see what that color looks like next to the poker face glitters. I just feel like this color just pops between that fun glitter. And wait till you see this color come to life. Once we put the activator on it, it's really going to bring this color to its full potential. So hang tight for that, because you might be looking at this and be like, girl, that is just your standard black. But it is by far the purest, easiest black dip powder I have ever used. And I can totally appreciate right here that still we are going strong and we're not experiencing any of that staining, which I'm completely obsessed with. But Obsidian from Valkyrie Dips is definitely a must-have if you are looking for a black, or if you tried different black dip powders before and you've always got that staining or they came out really patchy. This one just might be for you. And then don't forget to grab that poker face too, because that kind of just like sealed the whole deal for me. So we're going to go ahead and clear encapsulate now. I'm going to make sure I'm working that dip base into all the nooks and crannies here, because we are working with that chunkier glitter here. So I want to make sure we have all that dip base in all those different crevices here. And then I'm just going to let this nail kind of just marinate in that clear powder to just really absorb. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some time and just firmly press down really on those and focus on those chunkier pieces of glitter, just to make sure that clear is getting in between all those areas, because you do not want to risk cutting into these beautiful black glitters when you are filing and buffing, because if you cut into those, it's going to give you a silver effect, and I do not want any silver on here. I want to keep this beautiful white and black glitter color scheme that we have going on here, because I am all about this right here. So I did the rest of the clear encapsulating off camera. We went ahead and scrubbed everything to make sure we removed any extra clear powder. I did not clear encapsulate the black nails because I really wanted to see how the powders performed during filing and buffing. That was like the ultimate test for me, especially when I'm playing with solids. I like to kind of like test my boundaries when it comes to filing and buffing. All right, so check it out. We're activating and there's no clear over this dark color, and we have no staining on this brush. And that was kind of like what sealed the deal for me right here, was the activator, because normally when you're working with dark colors, you always get staining on that brush. All right, so filing and buffing, I am just using my normal method here. We're not using the e-file today. We're just gonna buff everything and file. That buffer that I'm using right here is the same size as like your traditional file that you see here, but I really like it. I feel like I have more control with that file, or I'm sorry, that buffer black. Also, Amazon Prime Day is coming up, so if you are interested in anything from Amazon, make sure you're building your cart. So then when Amazon Prime Day comes, you can just check your prices and check out and you're going to be good to go. So filing and buffing was super easy when it came to this. Right now, I'm just making sure there's no chunky glitters underneath that nail. I also did not experience any color distortion when it came to filing. That solid color, the solid color stayed true to its color. It did not fade or anything like that. So we're only going to do nail art on one nail. That is going to be that ring fingernail. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish up the rest of the nails completely here. So I'm applying a layer of gel base on all 5 nails, and I am going to cure as we go. That is just my preference. So I'm curing this gel base for a full 30 seconds, and then I'm going to finish up the rest of the base application off camera here just to save some time. And then we're going to go in with a non-wipe top coat. Now all the gel products that I'm using are going to be HEMA 21 free. So right now we have the top coat on 4 of the nails, and then I figured we're gonna change it up today and we're gonna make everything matte. So I'm gonna finish up all the nails here besides the one with the nail art here with that matte finish. So now it's time to get into the nail art. So I'm applying a layer of blooming gel to the entire nail. Just apply it like you normally would with your gel base or gel top coat, but do not cure. Make sure it's a thin, even layer when it comes to that coverage. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take a dotting tool with some white gel polish here. We're going to put that dotting tool right on the nail there and then swoop down. So once that ball hits the nail, then just go ahead and swoop it down, and then you're just going to wait and let the magic happen, because that blooming gel is going to just kind of like bloom out this really fun white dots that we just made to give it an eerie ghost effect. So now that I have it where I want it with the blooming gel, I will cure for 60 seconds, and then we want to give some details to the ghost. So we're going to do a little bit of eyes here and a mouth, and I really liked how the ghost turned out with the blooming gel, because ghosts are just kind of like, you know, kind of like foggy mist in the wind, and there's like really no shape or rhyme or reason, but I really like how the silhouette looked. So I cured. I'm doing a layer of matte top coat on here as well, and here's the finished set. So that gel art was super easy. All we did was that blooming gel and some white gel polish and black gel polish and a dotting tool. Let it bloom out and you are good to go. And I love the matte finish. These glitters look amazing matte as well, but overall, very simple set today, but yet we incorporated a lot of different fun textures. And this black right here, oh my gosh, it is everything. It was a dream to work with. I really do dread working with such darker colors like this, and this one did not disappoint at all, and it performed amazingly. So everything that we did use in today's video can be found in that description box below. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you all in the next one.